Ah, didn't see that there. Mm, 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 mm. There's a thing in the shape.
Man, way back
This
when, there
is
was a
man,
time when you
there's
couldn't catch
Suzu.
anyone under the age of
Everything
30
you
cheesing a
retain.
vape.
It's a
Until one
simple
day at Vaporizer
bounty.
Laboratories, they were
That's so
cooking up
simple.
and made a flavor that would change the game forever. Cotton candy. Now this revolutionary flavor forced these grown-ass 30-year-old men to take a good look in the mirror and ask themselves, damn, what do I look like as a grown-ass man sucking on this goddamn cotton candy stick? So they do what any responsible adult would do. They give it to their children. I mean, shit, kids love cotton candy. All of a sudden, business is booming for Vaporizer Laboratories, so they start cooking up even harder. Boom, Sour Patch Kids juice. Boom, applesauce juice. And boom, baby food juice. These babies will be sucking that shit like a soother. Kids' first words will be looking like, yo, yo. Oh my god, honey, Jackson's gonna say his first words. Yeah. Oh, let's hear it. Yo. Yo, Pops. Well, let me bum a hit off that 50 Nick Guava Ice, G. Yo, just wait till they drop that breast milk flavor, bro. Shit, these newborn babies won't even know what hit them. They'll be returning customers for life, which will probably be like 12 years max. Now, the reason I say all this is to let you know that vaping not only intruded my high school years, but also my years in middle school. I was first introduced to these bad boys at the ripe age of 13, and with a little bit of that good old peer pressure, I folded, bro. Like, what was I supposed to do, bro? Like not take the hit? No. I probably should not have taken a hit. But from that point on, I started doing a little dabbling, you know. I mean, as a 13-year-old, there's only one answer to someone asking, yo, dude, you want to try a hit of this blueberry guacamole milkshake ice flavor, dude? And that answer is abso-fucking-lutely, dude. And I was never a fiend or anything, but I will say, I popped a few ghosts and blown a few O's back in my day, but it had never gotten to the point of me owning a vape. Until one day. This story takes place way back in grade 7. Me and the boys were posted in science class dissecting cow balls or some shit when Mr. Principal burst through the door like, is Tessa here? Yeah, she's right there. And I look at Tessa and she just tosses her vape over to her homie Kate. And I seen that shit clear as day, but Mr. Principal's old ass must have forgot to wear his contacts or something. Cause he runs a quick pat down on Tessa looking for said vape, but sure enough, he doesn't find it. Miss Rhodes told me you were vaping in her class. Is this true? Psh, no, I would never. Okay. And then the bell rang and everybody knew what that meant. It was nut break. Now I don't know who the fuck decided to name our that meant. It was nut break. Now I don't know who the fuck decided to name our recess nut break, but I will say most of the students understood that that shit was short for nutrition break. However, some kids took it a little too literally. Weird ass break. Say, most of the fuck decided to name what that meant. It was nut break. Now I don't know who the fuck decided to name our recess nut break, but I will say most of the students understood that that shit our that meant. It was nut break. Now I don't know who the fuck decided to name our recess nut break, but I will say most of the students understood that that shit was short for nut. Well, I would never.
Okay.
And then the bell rang and everybody knew what that meant. It was nut break. Now I don't know who the fuck decided to name our recess nut break, but I will say most of the students understood that that shit was short for nutrition break. However, some kids took it a little too literally. Weird ass school, man. But this kids took it a little too literally. Weird ass school, man. But this specific nut break, you best believe me and the boys weren't busting nuts or eating nutritional foods because Billy had something else on his mind. Yo, who's got you smiling like that? Who, me? Nah. It's nobody. It's nobody. Yo, wait, you got a crush on Tessa? What? Tessa? Me? Yeah. Yeah, I got a crush on. Yeah. Oh shit, go talk to her, bro. Talk to her. No. Bro, it's simple. She's new to the school. She's probably looking for some friends. So just walk over and introduce yourself. You're right. I'm just gonna do it. Yes, sir. Hey, did I just sell that shit? Yup. You did. Then the bell rings and we all go to PE class. Now in my middle school, your class was your class. You just have the same students and the same underqualified teacher teaching everything. Like, Lord knows Mr. Donaldson shouldn't be teaching PE, but shit. Here we are. And so while we're playing dodgeball, I'm trying to coach Billy on how to confess his love for Tessa, but I'ma keep it a buck. I was speaking straight out of my ass, bro. I don't know the first thing about confessing love. Listen, bro, I'm the expert when it comes to confessing love. All you gotta do is walk up with confidence, introduce yourself, and then ask her to be your girlfriend, bro. Okay, simple. Let's practice. Hey, Vanessa. My name's Billy, and do you want to be my girlfriend? Damn. And after the proper training, by the time lunch came around, Billy was prepared to do what had to be done. Alright, listen, bro. Whatever happens out there, me and Bob got your back. And remember, the worst she can say is no, bro. Alright, I'm ready. You got this. Hey, Vanessa. I'm Billy. I seen you in science class today, and you were looking very pretty. And do you want to be my girlfriend? Fuck no. She laughed, bro. She laughed in Billy's face. And he walks back to us with tears in his eyes.
She laughed at me, bro.
Well, at least you know what they say.
What?
If you can make her laugh and giggle, you can make the cheeks clap and
Not
jiggle.
right now, bro.
You're right, too soon. Needless to say, that brother Billy went home that night, listened to Juice WRLD, and cried himself to sleep. Shit, the next day, Billy didn't even say a word, but I could hear Lucid Dreams on full blast in those earbuds. Man, it's a tough sight to see. Next thing I know, Mr. Principal bursts in the class talking about,
Alright, Tessa, in my office right now.
Now, I don't know why she was in trouble, but whatever she was accused of, she's guilty, bro. And she's also guilty on 1/3 degree count of breaking my man's heart. And as I'm busy praying on Tessa's downfall, I get a little tap on my shoulder like, psst, take this. Mr. Principal's looking for it, and he's not gonna check you. Whose is it? It's Tessa's. Don't worry, it's safe with me. And it was safe with me. Cause that shit was now mine. The only way she could get it back is if she repaired my boy Billy's heart, and that just wasn't happening. And soon enough, Tessa comes back from Mr. Principal's office, and she didn't say a word. We had nut break, nothing. We went to PE, nothing. And then we went to math class. And as I was chilling in math class, calculating the square root of pi and shit, I get a tap on my shoulder again. Psst, Tessa wants her vape back. Vape? What vape? The one I handed you this morning? You know, it was purple. Oh, that vape. Oh, yeah, no, I threw that shit in the bushes. So she reports back to the person who gave her the vape, and she reports back to the person who gave her the vape, etc., until Tessa finds out. And she looks pissed. So she whispers to her friend, who whispers to her friend, etc. What bush did you throw it in? Oh, The one out back. And to put it in perspective, the bush out back was fucking massive. It was this huge conglomerate of straight prickle bushes, and so pretty much, her vape was gone, bro. And I went to sleep that night with a smile on my face, knowing I not only saved Tessa's lungs, but also Billy's heart. The next day, I went to class, sat down with the boys as always, but something was different. Tessa and her homies were nowhere to be seen. I shrug it off and continue to make some groundbreaking studies in science class until I hear Billy like, "Bro, no fucking way." So I turn around to not only see Tessa and her friends waist high in prickle bushes looking for this vape, but I also see Mr. Principal forcing them to do it. Now this was truly a beautiful sight to see revenge play out this perfectly. Like Billy was sitting at the window the entire class watching him do a whole search party for this vape that was posted in my pocket. And just when I thought Billy couldn't get happier, the next day Tessa and her friends had to present a PowerPoint to the entire school on why vaping is bad. Vaping is bad because when the vape enters your lungs, well, it's not good for your lungs. Man, karma is real, cause not only did Tessa understand how it felt to be laughed at, but the next day my friend came up to me like, "Can I use that vape for the day?" And I wasn't using that shit, so I said, "Yeah, sure." And at the end of the day, you'll never guess what she told me, bro. "Yo, you still got the vape?" No, I threw it in the bush out back."
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that they gave you. It's to the point where I love it, I hate you, and I forgot the rest of the lyrics.
Man, there's a lot of questionable places on Earth, like the Bermuda Triangle or Area 51 or even this place. But none of these places can compare to the questionability of high school. And so inevitably, there's some weird ass kids in that joint. Like, you gotta be careful who you talk to, bro, cause you approach the wrong student and shit, you're getting cussed out by a pack of hyenas in social studies class. And usually I never care what other people do. Like, you do you know what I'm saying? But when I gotta sit through that shit for 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, shit, can you stop doing you for like 5 minutes, bro? And speaking of annoying kids, there's always that one kid in class who's constantly gargling on the teacher's meat. Like, we'll be finishing up the last class on a Friday, and of course the teacher's pet's gotta say some shit like, "Mr. Cummingson, is there no homework for us to complete over the weekend?"
Well, no, believe it or not, I'd rather not spend my weekend marking your shitty ass little essays. So.
Don't worry, Mr. Cummingson, I can help you mark essays all weekend long. Whoa. Isn't that against school policy? Well, what's against school policy? Riding Mr. Cummingson's dick with no license? Hey, you're not allowed to swear. And of course, the class clown. And man, I really just gotta commend him for his work. Like, it's not an easy job being the class clown. Dude threw out his entire GPA, future, and probably got his shit whooped on multiple occasions just to keep the class entertained. Like, I'll be rotting in English class, about to fall asleep, until the class clown starts cooking the teacher for no apparent reason.
And next we're looking at adjectives. Does anyone have any good examples?
Yeah, Jason. Bald as shit?
Oh, well, no, that's actually 3 words.
No, I wasn't even using an example. You're just so goddamn bald, it's distracting.
Hey, you know what they say? The more hair I lose, the more head I...
It's distracting.
Hey.
I wasn't even using an example. You're just so goddamn bald, it's distracting.
Hey, you know what they...
Using an example. You're just so goddamn bald, it's distracting.
Hey, you know what they say? The more hair I lose, the more head I get.
Stop the cat. No. I don't think that's true, Mr. Clean, because you got more hair than you got hoes. And that says a lot with your Caillou looking ass.
Just go to detention, man.
And you know we got the Redditor, bro. Now don't be deceived.
Just go to detention, man.
And you know we got the Redditor, bro. Now don't be deceived.
Go to detention, man.
And you know we got the Redditor, bro. Now don't be deceived. Redditors can come in all shapes and sizes, especially the extra large size, and even the extra large size. But regardless, they all have the same programming encoded into their brains. They're either talking about a video game or they're quoting a meme, bro. And I got a little piece of advice to any Redditors out there. I don't care how funny that shit may be in your head. If you have to verbally describe what a meme looks like, for your sake, just don't say it, bro. Because I promise you that joke will not hit.
And next up, we got Darren presenting a slideshow on why Elon Musk is poggers. Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Me standing in front of the class waiting to present.
Whenever you're ready.
Me standing in front of the class waiting to present.
Whenever you're ready. Is poggers. Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Me standing in front of the class waiting to present.
You know that meme where Mike Wazowski is standing there in an awkward fashion with his hands by his side and he's got like two eyes.
Now there really is levels to being a Redditor. And don't get me wrong, they're not all that bad, but the ones that got that I paused my game to be here T paired up with the beer belly neck beard combo, that shit is lethal. And if you press E to interact with one of these bad boys, you'll get stuck in an endless time loop hearing about Among Us memes and hentai. Now the band kids are like the Redditor's second cousin. Like it's all the same shit, but bro just knows how to play a tuba. Now on the opposite side of the spectrum, we got the dudes who touch grass. The athletes. Now I feel like these dudes got a bad reputation when it comes to the jock stereotypes from the movies, because the ratio of athletes shoving nerds in lockers is probably like 1 in 75, and the one was most likely just having a bad day. Speaking of bad days, getting shoved in a locker really has a way of ruining your day, and you really gotta feel bad for the nerds who have to endure this type of harassment every single day. Well actually, it's only every other Tuesday after their football practice. Yeah, but you shouldn't have to be shoved in a locker at all. You shouldn't have to be. That's grammatically incorrect. It's actually supposed to be you shouldn't shut the. There's really just 3 types of smart people. The first dude, you wouldn't even be able to tell bro's smart because he's just lazy as fuck. He be acing every test using 1% of his brain power. Like he's got that Elon Musk potential, but shit, he just doesn't really feel like being a billionaire today. Or on the other hand, we got the weirdly political and argumentative smart dude. This guy used up all his IQ points on logic and reasoning and completely forgot to upgrade his social awareness, because this is the kind of guy that everyone mutually agrees is just annoying as fuck. Like you can't do shit around this dude without him trying to start an argument. Yo Chains, you think I sink this half-court shot? Bro, there is no chance you make that shit. But you are incorrect. No chance implies that statistically there is a 0% chance that it goes in, which is wrong, as others have made this exact shot before Billy. Truthfully, there's a chance for just about anything to happen, even though the chances may be slim. Well, that's cap, because there's no chance for you, bro. No chance for me to what? You gotta be more specific. For you to get some bitches. And some people are just smart, and they still have the ability to be a normal, functioning member of society. A lot of these people are chill as fuck. Like, they can teach you shit you don't understand, carry you in group projects, and if they're goated, they can just bless you with the homework. And this is not the same as getting your homework from the class clown or the athlete, because this shit is actually correct. And next, we got the other dudes who touch grass. The stoners. Why are you looking at me? There's always a dude posted up in the back of the class who's visually fried as fuck. You'll commonly see him posted up with a snack of some sort, and you know they never forget the bev. Now you don't want this dude's homework, because I promise you it will just have a bunch of doodles with some mushrooms and this graffiti S, and somehow these motherfuckers will manage to take a multiple choice test and get every answer wrong. Like, it's actually kind of impressive when you think about it. But besides that, they're just cool people. But I'm not gonna lie, I can't really say the same about the hot Cheeto girls, bro. Like, these girls put in an effort to be as loud as possible. Like, Lord forbid, if one of these girls breaks one of their long ass nails, it doesn't matter if you sit on the opposite side of the class, you're gonna hear about it. You're also gonna hear them chewing those hot Cheetos, cause they be lip smacking like crazy. Speaking of smacking, there's always that one kid in school who simply enjoys smacking motherfuckers. And at my school, it was Jordan Johnson. And if you see my high school fights video,
that's why you don't mess with me, yo. I'm Jordan Johnson.
Or my high school dances video, I'm Jordan Johnson. You would know, Jordan Johnson keeps a solid ass record, but it's at the point where bro's fought so many people that nobody really even fucks with him. Cause now it's like either you fought Jordan Johnson or your homies fought Jordan Johnson, and either way, it's fuck Jordan Johnson. But all bias aside, you just gotta appreciate the top tier, high value entertainment that JJ brings to the school. Like after a long day of calculus and chemistry, there's nothing like watching a dude get Batista bombed in front of the whole school. And speaking of the whole school, 75% of the whole school are straight NPCs. And there's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is, cause honestly, I love you for that. I couldn't be happier to share the school with you, my man. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I would survive a school without NPCs. The sheer amount of Redditors, hot Cheeto girls, and teachers' pets. Fuck, I'd rather be homeschooled at that point. But all jokes aside, man, every student plays a crucial part of the high school experience. So remember to appreciate everyone.
Grammarly's top 3 tips on starting an essay.
Man, summer is just a beautiful season. The sun is... Man, there's a lot of questionable places on Earth, like the Bermuda Triangle.
No.
Aw, can I pet your dog?
Yeah, for sure.
Aw, what's your name, little guy? His name's Ben.
Bang.
Oh, he's so cute. I just wanna punt that motherfucker.
Man, these intrusive thoughts I be having make me wonder whether I belong in maximum security prison or not. Like, I don't even mean to, but the thoughts that pop into my head are so menacing that I can't even say this shit on YouTube, or this video will get taken down. Then I'll be canceled. Then my whole channel will get deleted. Then I'll be thrown into a psych ward, and then I'll be put on the fucking death penalty. Like, these thoughts that pop into my head are so alarming that they make me want to beat my own ass, bro. Hey, man, why'd you just sock yourself in the face? Oh, well, you see, I was about to push that unsuspecting toddler into the deep end for no apparent reason, so... Yo, this guy's about to assault a minor. Hey, you can't do that. Dude. But it's not like every single intrusive thought I have is bad enough to get me convicted. Like, whenever I'm walking across a bridge, I have to use every cell in my body to fight the urge of just tossing my phone into the water. Like, there is literally no benefit from doing that shit, but there's just something inside of me that would feel so much satisfaction with just seeing my phone dissipate into the water. You know, maybe you get that urge because it would just be satisfying to do some shit that's out of the box. Some shit that nobody else would do, just to break the simulation a little bit. Cause I could be having the best day of my life. I could wake up, get the meanest pumping, hop in the shower, eat the most fire breakfast, and draw the most pristine stickmen I've ever drawn. But as I'm casually walking beside a bunch of cars that are going 65 miles an hour, I'm still gonna have the urge to just throw myself in front of a car, bro. And it's not even on some emo shit. Like, I want to live, but I also want to dive into some oncoming traffic. But at least I'm not the only one who does this. Like other people do this. right? Like it's normal, right? But half the time an intrusive thought will just be to do some goofy shit. Like you're just forced to imagine the consequences of what it would look like to start throwing it back on a Tuesday at 2:41 p.m. And every once in a while you'll just be chilling and you'll witness a motherfucker fall to the intrusive urges. What do you get him off the table, bruh? Shit, he let the intrusive thoughts win, man. Now I don't even know if these count as intrusive thoughts. Shit, he let the intrusive thoughts win, man. Now, I don't even know if these count as intrusive thoughts or not, but as a dude, when I'm walking down the street, I'll just be going on with my day chilling. Then all of a sudden, I see a car, and I'm like,
If I don't make it to that tree before this car, I'm gonna die.
aw, shit. Honestly, these kinds of intrusive thoughts are kind of motivating. Like, it's the same thing as having a hype man at the gym, except instead of that positive reinforcement, if you don't get those 3 extra reps, you're gonna die. It's like whenever I'm at the gym hitting those Bulgarian split squats, I be having mental wars with myself. Oof, that was a good set, man. I think we're done.
5 more reps or you're a bitch.
Damn, good shit. Alright, I think we could wrap it up.
10 more, pussy. Who the fuck's gonna carry the boats?
I told you we should have stopped, bro.
15 more or you like dick.
Nah.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch.
Now that I think about it, there's a good amount of people in prison right now who just succumb to their intrusive thoughts. Cause intrusive thoughts are just like that demon on your shoulder telling you to do the most devious shit possible. And I know there's a bunch of motherfuckers out there who just listen to that little guy. Hey man, you see that lovely old lady right there? Yeah, you're gonna hit her with a mean right hook. Well, what's in it for me? Nothing. Shit, alright. But to be honest, there is a handful of times where I've let the intrusive thoughts take over. One of the most memorable was way back when I was 5 years old. Me and my older brother were just dicking around, doing some 5-year-old shit. Keep in mind, this story takes place before your boy had even developed consciousness. So I was just a little munchkin doing munchkin shit. Then suddenly, this urge came over me. It was unlike anything I'd ever felt before. It was dark, irresistible, and for no apparent reason, I bit my brother's arm. And this was probably the most satisfied I'd ever felt in my entire life, but it was followed by shame and regret because I had no excuse. Ow, why the fuck did your dumbass just bite me, bro? I felt like it, and one of my lowest IQ moments of all time took place when I was in grade 8. It was goddamn sewing class, bro. And I remember I was having a particularly miserable day, so I was just going through the motions. We were all gathered around this big table with our sewing machines, some fabric, and some scissors. I remember I was working on some shitty little big chungus stuffy. But on this particular day, the sewing machine cable was looking mad thick and juicy. And like I said, I was looking mad thick and juicy. And like I said, I was having a bad day, which is exactly why the intrusive thoughts decided to catch me at my worst. Psst, psst, do it. What? To do what? Oh, you know what to do. You're the one with the scissors in your hand, buddy. How did these even get in my hand? Now cut it. Cut it, Chains. No, why the fuck would I? The wire exploded with smoke and my heart dropped so fast, bro. And everyone around the table just stares me down. And I'm thinking I can somehow cover this shit up like I didn't just take some fucking scissors and snip that shit like an umbilical cord. Maybe I could convince the teacher the cord snipped itself or some shit. But as I look down at the scissors in my hand, there's literally a chunk missing from the scissors. They look like they survived World War II. But barely. The scissors are all charred up and shit, and just like that, my plan of convincing her I didn't cut it went out the fucking window. You take one look at the cord, one look at the scissors, and one look at my dumbass face, and you could piece together exactly what happened. So my sewing teacher walks over looking pissed as hell, and she tells me to go sit in the corner. So I take my charred scissors and sit in the corner like I'm a 5-year-old, but to be fair, I made a 5-year-old decision like I was in grade 8. I was 14. I made a 5-year-old decision like I was in grade 8. I was 14, bruh. What kind of 14-year-old cuts the cord to a sewing machine cause he felt like it? Like if my 14-year-old son did some shit like that, I would tell the kid I'm going to get some milk and I'm calling it quits. I would have to have another kid and try it all over again, cause that kid is going nowhere in life, man. So as I'm sitting in the corner, realizing I'm a disappointment, it was one of those moments where you fucked up so bad, you don't even feel any emotions. I was just sitting there, straight-faced, like, well, fuck me. It was really one of those moments where you just want to stop existing. So after the class ended, the teacher came over to me and she said, Chains, why the fuck did you cut the cord of the sewing machine? No, Miss Sewingson, you gotta hear me out. Okay, this better be good, Chains. The cord's looking mad. Okay, this better be good, machine. No, Miss Sewingson, you gotta hear me out. Okay, this better be good, machine. No, Miss Sewingson, you gotta hear me out. Okay, this better be good, Chains. The cord is looking mad juicy and the scissors just teleported into my hands. I don't even know. You did what? The cord is looking mad juicy and the scissors just teleported Chains. You gotta hear me out. Okay, this better be good, Chains. Gotta hear me out. Okay, part of the sewing machine. No, Miss Sewingson, you gotta hear me out. Okay, this better be good, Chains. The cord is looking mad juicy and the scissors just teleported into my hands. I don't even. The cord is looking mad juicy. Hey, this better be good, Chains. The cord is looking mad juicy and the scissors just teleported into my hands. I don't even know. You did what? Mom, it was the intruder just teleported into my hands. No, Miss Sewingson, why the fuck did you cut the cord of the me? And she said, Chains, why the fuck did you cut the cord of the sewing machine? No, Miss Sewingson, you gotta hear me out. Okay, this better be good, Chains. The cord is looking mad juicy and the scissors just teleported into my hands. I don't even know. You did what? Mom, it was the intrusive thoughts that they told me to do it. Oh, I'm about to intrude that ass. The fuck? That they told me to do it. Oh, I'm about to what? Mom, it was the intrusive thoughts that they told me to do it. Oh, I'm about to intrude that ass. The fuck?
Just go to the next clip. So every 8.
Hee ho, hee ho, hee ho, hee ho. It be looking real thick.
So, y'all want to play house?
Yeah.
Dad, could you please pass me the low-fat milk?
The low-fat milk?
Yeah.
I think your mother needs it more than you do.
Hey, Sally, how about you pass your dad another beer in the car key so he can get another DUI?
Hey, Sally, how about you pass your mom a calculator so she can add up all the guys she slept with?
Junior, I haven't slept with anybody other than you!
What about my boss?
That never happened!
Oh, so I just imagine you sleeping with him on the couch.
Look, Junior, how about we just get through the day and I won't have to talk to you ever again, and you won't have to talk to me?
Fine! Sally, me and your mother are finalizing the divorce today.
Yeah.
Good. You, kind of gave up on the relationship anyways.
Yeah. God damn it, woman, where's my toast?
Oh my God, Junior, you just had to bicker about everything. God, leave!
All I wanted was my toast.
Oh, it's done.
Oh, way to go! You had to drop my toast on the table. That's exactly what I wanted.
Junior, you always bickering about something. If it's not the toast, it's the milk. If it's not the milk, it's the orange juice. If it's not the orange juice, it's about beer.
Please just shut up until the divorce lawyer gets here.
Fine, Sally.
I guess so.
What's that, Ken? Ken says he has an announcement. What? Behind the toaster. Oh, Oh my gosh! Ken!
Oh my God!
Yes, I will marry you.
What's going on?
You're so beautiful!
Ken just proposed. We're getting married.
My daughter's getting married!
No. Sally, you're not getting married.
Why not?
Why do you always have to ruin something, Junior? Jeez, let our daughter be happy for once.
Let her be happy. I mean, she's only 16.
I am 16 and I'm old enough to make my own decisions. I'm a grown woman.
You don't know what love is.
And you do? Come on, Ken.
She does have a point, Junior. You don't know what love is.
Well, neither do you, whore.
You slob! How about you go and get a job? Okay, so we are gathered here today to celebrate the divorce between Junior and Joseph. And according to the divorce agreement, Junior will get the booze and Joseph will get the key. And everything else will be split 50-50.
Wait, what? 50-50?
Yeah, she will get half of your stuff and you'll get half of her stuff.
What? Her stuff? What stuff did she have? It's all my stuff.
No. It was our stuff. We were in a marriage. Did you forget?
Well, I'm the only one who had a job. You sat on your fat ass all day.
Well, don't worry about it. You won't have to worry about it anymore, Junior, because I get half. I get the car, I get the dishes, and I get the kid. Because you're nothing but a stupid drunk.
Oh, but you know what? I'm going to sign this paper.
Yeah, go ahead and sign the paper. It's not going to help you anymore because I get half.
I should have got a prenup.
Oh, yeah, you should have got a prenup, but don't worry about it. It's too late now because I get half. I'm getting the microwave. I'm getting the dishwasher. I even want the Coca-Colas in the refrigerator. I'm getting a dishwasher.
So, Mom, why is there a line across the table and why am I not allowed to cross it?
Oh, good question, Sally. That's because I get half. Everything on this side of the line belongs to me. Everything over there belongs to your stupid father. And you're on my side, so you belong to me, babe.
Oh, so I guess the divorce went good then?
Oh, yeah, the divorce went very good. Very good.
I need to get my fork.
Oh, well, get it then. What's the issue?
I can't get it. I can't get it.
Speak up. Well, why?
Because there's a line through it.
Oh, why is there a line through it?
Because you get half.
I get half.
I'll just use my knife.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
So me and Ken are getting married tomorrow.
Wait, what?
Oh, great. More money out of my pocket.
No, Ken's paying for the whole thing because he's a lawyer, astronaut, doctor, scientist.
So he's trying to make me look bad.
Oh, nobody can make you look bad. You get your own DUIs.
Whoa, Mom, Dad, the divorce is already finalized, so why don't you just move out from each other?
Well, we can't move out from each other because we couldn't settle on who gets the house.
And I get half.
And she gets half, so we're just going to split everything in half.
Oh, what a childish solution.
You know what? I lost my appetite from looking at a cow all day.
Whoa,
Sorry.
whoa, I'm milking your ass for half.
You know, I'm going to go look for a job.
I believe it when I see it.
Sorry.
I'm so nervous about this job interview.
Next.
That must be me. Hello, sir.
Oh, hello. You must be Junior, yeah.
Yes, I'm Junior.
Oh, okay. And you're applying to work at the Krusty Krabs, right?
Yeah, I'm applying to be a fry cook at the Krusty Krab.
Now, what makes you qualify for this job?
Well, you see, I am a hard worker. I've seen a lot of SpongeBob.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so I see how he flips the patties.
Ooh. It looks like you have a DUI on your record. Can you explain that?
That's just a huge misunderstanding. I don't drink anymore, you see.
Oh, really?
It was a one-time thing. I don't drink anymore.
Oh, that's good, because we don't like our employees drinking.
Oh.
Ooh, Mr. Krabs wants to catch you drinking.
Oh, no.
Penny pinching ass.
Well, no, Mr. Krabs doesn't have to find out.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't drink anymore.
Well, look, we usually don't hire fellas. I'm not sure if I should hire you, sir.
I really need this job.
You really do?
Yeah, I just got a divorce. I need this job.
I guess I can take a chance.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so get to flipping them burgers. Make sure they all crisp and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Fries, patty.
Junior, I need a triple deluxe burger stack.
Right away, sir. Patty.
Junior, is that you working at the Krusty Krab?
Get off my back, woman!
Pathetic.
I don't see you having a job, though.
Oh, I don't need a job like this. I can get a better job elsewhere.
What are you doing here?
Look, I'm just here to tell you that Sally's getting married tomorrow.
I know.
And she wants you to bring her a puppy as a wedding gift.
A puppy? I can't afford a puppy.
Oh, yes, you can. You have a job now.
Fine, I'll get her a puppy.
Yeah, get her a puppy. Make sure she's happy. And make sure that my burger is fixed. Because I get half.
Yeah, that one hit the spot. Hey, bartender! I need another one over here.
Oh, I'm sorry, mister. You've had too many. I'm cutting you off.
What? Too many? I'm just getting started. I need another. Oh shoot! Look at the tits on her. Hey, I ain't good looking. I just want to motorboat them tits. You remind me of my ex-wife. She's a bitch. She took half my stuff, but I don't even know. Oh no! Today's my daughter's wedding, and she needs to get a puppy. Hey bartender, give me my keys.
Okay.
Wait, Jeffy, you're not supposed to give me my keys.
But you asked for your keys. Why am I not giving you your keys?
Because my blood alcohol is over my ears. I'm drunk. Whatever.
But you asked for your keys.
I gotta go get a puppy. Oh my God! I can't believe my daughter's finally getting married.
This is the happiest day of my life.
So beautiful, honey.
Thanks,
Oh, I
Mom.
love the dress.
Wait, where's Dad?
Where is your father? Making my way downtown. Walking fast. Oh, fuck. And I'm fucked up again.
Well. Looks like you ran into my motorcycle, sir.
What are you talking about? No, your motorcycle ran into me.
No, that's impossible, sir. Have you been drinking?
No, I think you've been the one that's been drinking. Oh, polka dot head.
What? Are you insulting me, sir?
No, but hey, buddy, can you check on Clifford for me in the back?
Cliff. Sir, you are dragging a dog and you're driving.
Ding, ding! Someone give the man a prize. Have one of my beers.
Wait, you are drinking, huh?
No, that's a
I
mountain.
smell alcohol on your breath, sir.
No, that's just Mountain Dew and Mr. Pibb.
What? No, it can't be. You've been drinking.
Oh, hey, buddy. You keep it between me and you, but
What?
I have been drinking.
What? No, it's not a joke, sir. You are getting arrested.
No, you can't arrest me.
Yes, I can.
My daughter's wedding is today. She wants the dead puppy.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's not a good gift. Look, I'm taking you to jail, sir.
Oh, no.
You're coming with me.
I need another sip of beer.
You're coming with me.
Mom, I don't think he's coming.
Asshole. I'm so sorry, honey. This is supposed to be your day.
My dad won't even show up to my own wedding.
I'm so sorry. Look, how about I just walk you down the aisle?
Yeah, he's waiting for me.
Okay, are you ready, Sally? Let's walk. She's so beautiful.
Hear this.
She's all yours, kid.
Okay, we are gathered here today in the celebration of the wedding between Ken and Sally. Alright, we will now begin. Sally, do you take Ken to be your awfully wedded husband?
I do, yes.
And Ken, do you take Sally to be your awfully wedded wife?
He says yes.
Okay, well, you may now kiss your dog.
It's so beautiful. So beautiful.
Mom.
What is, honey?
I think my water just broke.
Oh, the shit.
Well, you may now kiss your dog.
Cody, what type of name is Phoebe?
It's a good
Dude,
name.
that's what I said. How about I... Take the baby! What's wrong with you?
No, this is our call.
Junior, it's time for your friend. Of the wedding between Ken and Sally. Alright, we will now begin.
It's been more than 10 years since Apple released the original iPad. Prior to its release, netbooks, which were basically an inexpensive alternative to laptops, were all the rage. And when Apple came along, they blew away the competition and revolutionized portable computing devices forever.
It's been more than 10 years. Apple released the original iPad. Prior to its release,
this is part one of the evolution of the iPad. Seeing how popular they are now, you might be surprised to learn that Steve Jobs was initially against making a tablet device. In a 2003 interview, Jobs said,
"And we think it's going to fail."
You think the tablet's going to fail?
Yes, we do.
What about the tablet as a reading device?
It's really true. You've got a bunch of rich guys who can afford their third computer. You know, they got a desktop, they got a portable, and now they're going to have one of these to read with. That's your market.
Well, luckily he changed his mind over the next few years, largely thanks to the creative genius of Jony Ive, Apple's former chief design officer. Ive set about creating a slimmer, more lightweight tablet compared to those available at the time. He presented his creation to Jobs, and the rest, as they say, is history. It was an excellent idea to greenlight the project too, since as of September 2020, more than 500 million iPads have been sold worldwide, and iPads continue to dominate the tablet market. There are currently 4 versions of the iPad, each with numerous releases spanning different generations. There's the standard iPad, the iPad Mini, the iPad Air, and the iPad Pro. But let's start at the beginning and look at the iPad that kick-started it all on the 3rd of April, 2010.
And we call it the iPad.
In Apple's own press release regarding the first ever iPad, they hailed it as a revolutionary device for browsing the web, reading, sending email, enjoying photos, watching videos, listening to music, playing games, reading ebooks, and much more. Weighing just 680 grams or 1.5 pounds and with a thickness of 0.5 inches, it was indeed lighter and thinner than any other laptop or netbook at the time. Apple settled on a 9.7-inch model after experimenting with many different sizes. Apple thought about adding handles to the iPad, but it's probably good that they scrapped this idea, or else it would have resembled a children's toy or TV dinner tray. Of course, the main highlight was the responsive high-resolution multi-touch display that let users physically interact with applications and content. In comparison to today's models, its specifications might not seem that impressive, but back then they were. Its price was reasonable too, costing $499 to own a 16GB version at launch, with the 32GB and 64GB models costing $599 and $699 respectively. 300,000 iPads were sold on the very first day it was released, and in less than a month, sales hit more than 1 million units. To put that into context, the iPhone took more than twice that time to pass the 1 million mark. By the end of 2010, almost 15 million iPads had been sold. Fun fact, it took less than a day for someone to jailbreak the iPad. Jailbreaking is the practice of modifying or removing restrictions imposed on a device by the manufacturer or operator. Basically, Twitter user Muscle Nerd hacked the iPad on the day it was released and posted evidence of it on social media. As impressive as this seems, it must have caused a slight panic for Apple and had them scrambling for a patch on day one. In March 2011, a follow-up to the iPad hit store shelves. Besides the black model, there was now also a white model available. The iPad 2 was 15% lighter and 33% thinner. It featured a 0.3 megapixel front camera and a 0.7 megapixel back camera, whereas the original had no camera at all. It was also faster due to the dual-core A5 processor, which increased the speed of the CPU by up to 2 times, and the GPU up to 9 times, compared to the A4 chip in the original iPad. Although the iPad 2 had improved specifications, including double the RAM to 512 megabytes and the 2 added cameras, the price stayed the same. People could try the iPads in Apple stores, which helped to sell the iPads.
The number one reason people come to our stores is to try a product that they've heard about but never experienced firsthand. And the iPad is a product that has to be held, has to be touched to truly understand how magical it is.
Just like the first iPad, the iPad 2 also became a huge success, selling over 2 million units within a month.
Today we're announcing the new iPad, and it is amazing.
Regarded as the new iPad, the third generation iPad was launched in March 2012. It was the first iPad to have a Retina display, which significantly increases the resolution of the screen.
It's got a resolution of 2048 by 1536. That's 3.1 million pixels, 4 times more than the previous iPad, and over 1 million more than what's called high definition on other devices. And we've packed all these pixels into a display that's just 9.7 inches. But engineering it wasn't as simple as just jamming in more pixels. A pixel is made up of red, green, and blue subpixels, with a signal telling each one when and how much to light up. That's how colors are created. But when you squeeze 4 times the pixels into the same space, signals can get crossed, colors become distorted, and images get fuzzy. To solve this, we had to elevate the pixels onto a different plane and separate them from the signals. It's a major breakthrough, and it's the key to making the pixels so small and so close together that the human eye can't even distinguish them. So type looks razor sharp, and you'll see details in photos that you never knew were there.
It also had a significantly better rear camera, boosted to 5 megapixels and capable of capturing footage in 1080p at 30 frames per second. The iPad 3 had a new A5X chip, which increases the GPU by up to 2 times compared to the A5 chip. The memory was also doubled to 1 gigabyte. Annoyingly, for people who bought the iPad 3, though, it had the shortest production life of any iPad model. It was discontinued just 7 months after its launch, with the iPad 4 and later models adding the Lightning connector. This meant that the iPad 3 was the last one to use the old-style 30-pin dock connector. The iPad 4 came out in November 2012, with the same price structure as the previous iPad launches. However, in January 2013, a 128GB model was made available for $799. In addition to the Lightning connector, the 4th generation iPad had an upgraded CPU, and the front camera was improved to 1.2 megapixels. Fun fact, although it is now hard to imagine, before the iPad was launched, many thought the name sounded like a feminine hygiene product, hence the nickname iTampon, which even became top trending on Twitter. People made jokes like, the iPad, protecting your data from embarrassing incidents. My favorite, the 64-gig iPad will forever be known as the Heavy Flow model. Released alongside the iPad 4 in November 2012 was the first iPad Mini. As its name suggests, it was a smaller model, with its display measuring 7.9 inches compared to the 9.7 inches of the iPad 4.
The biggest challenge that we faced was incorporating all of these great features in a much smaller and lighter device. In order to do this, every part had to be custom designed, starting with the display. The glass on the front and back are only 0.2 millimeters thick. The touch subsystem is a mere 0.12 millimeters thick. It weighs half as much as any we've ever done before.
Since the iPad Mini had less space in its model, the specifications were lowered and it didn't have a Retina screen. It had the same CPU as seen in the iPad 2. The iPad Mini was cheaper than the iPad 4, with a starting price of $329 for 16 gigabytes of storage.
Thinner, lighter, more powerful than ever before, and incredibly, excitingly new in so many ways that it deserves a new name.
In November 2013, the iPad Air was launched and started a new iPad line. I'm sure you've seen before and after pictures of people losing weight. Well, the iPad Air is exactly that. It's a thinner and lighter version of the standard iPad.
The iPad Air is so capable and powerful, and yet with its breakthrough size and weight, it's the thinnest, lightest, and also the most advanced iPad we've ever built.
It measured just 7.5 millimeters in thickness and was reduced in weight to only 470 grams, making it 38% lighter than the iPad 4. The iPad Air retained the 9.7-inch screen seen in previous iPad models, but Apple reduced the bezels surrounding the display by 43%. The device included all of the top-end features and applications seen in the models which preceded it, though Apple's then-new A7 chip allowed for quicker autofocus, higher video frame rates, and faster photo capture, among other things. Apple stated that the A7 chip is twice as fast and has up to twice the graphics power compared to its predecessor. The rest of the specifications were the same as the iPad 4, including the launch price. 1 year after the launch of Apple's first iPad mini, they released a follow-up that had a Retina display. This boosted the screen resolution to 2048 by 1536 pixels, which at the time was the highest resolution for a device of its size. The Mini's processor was upgraded to the A7 chip seen in the iPad Air and iPhone 5S, making it much faster than its predecessor. Besides the upgraded CPU and resolution, it also had double the RAM and a 128GB storage option. It did cost slightly more than the first iPad mini, though. Enthusiasts wouldn't have to wait long before the third installment of the iPad mini, which made its way to market in October 2014. Besides the previous colors, there was now also a gold color available. The most exciting feature was the addition of Touch ID, which allows users to unlock the device and make purchases using a fingerprint scanner. Other upgrades were very minor, though. It's fair to say that Apple were more focused on the successor to the iPad Air that year. We'll discuss that successor and all the other most advanced and recent iPads in the next part. So, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. These days, it seems there's a new iPad brought out every minute. And to be fair, that's not far from the truth. But just how has the iPad continued to improve, and how different is the latest model from the original? This is part 2 of the evolution of iPad. In the first part, we saw how Apple made 3 versions of the iPad. The standard iPad with the first 4 generations, the iPad mini with 3 generations, and the iPad Air. All these iPads turned out to be a massive success.
In fact, we've sold over 225 million iPads around the world.
But Apple wasn't done there. In October 2014, the second generation iPad Air was released. It was the slimmest tablet available at the time, with a thickness of just 6.1 millimeters, making it even thinner than a pencil. It also has Touch ID, and the Retina screen was improved with a fully laminated screen that contains anti-reflective coating, which reduces glare. Compared to the first iPad Air, it had double the RAM, a faster processor, and an improved rear camera, while the prices for the different storage options remained the same. The iPad Mini 4, released in 2015, also benefited from a fully laminated display with a reflective coating. Not only was the device slimmer and lighter than the Mini 3, it also had double the RAM, was faster due to the upgraded A8 processor, and the rear camera was improved from 5 to 8 megapixels. Little did people know at the time that the 4th generation Mini would be the last in the Mini lineup for a while, which in Apple terms is only 4 years, but still.
iPad has always been uniquely immersive. To amplify this, to put it on a much larger scale, we designed iPad Pro.
The iPad Pro was one of the most exciting iPads ever released. It had a 12.9-inch display, making it significantly larger than the other iPad models. And as the name suggests, it was an advanced device. With a display totaling 5.6 million pixels and variable refresh rate to help save power, the tablet also had a 4-speaker audio setup compared to the dual setup on the iPad Air 2. A new 64-bit A9X chip meant that the Pro was almost twice as fast when it came to processing, too. The iPad Pro had very impressive specifications, including 4 gigabytes of RAM. There were 3 storage options of the Pro model available for $799, $949, and $1,099. Apple also introduced the Apple Pencil, which is a precision stylus for drawing and sketching.
Highly responsive sensors built into the tip of Apple Pencil work with the iPad Pro display to detect position, force, and tilt.
The Apple Pencil was sold separately for $99. The iPad Pro had launched another iPad lineup. Now people could choose between the standard iPad, the smaller iPad mini, the lighter iPad Air, and the more powerful iPad Pro. In the following year, there came a 9.7-inch version of the iPad Pro, which many people wrongly guessed would be called the iPad Air 3. Besides the previous colors, there was now also a rose gold color available. The 9.7-inch display added greater color saturation and ushered in the era of True Tone technology.
It's also the first iPad with a True Tone display, which responds and adapts to the light around you. 4-channel ambient light sensors measure the intensity and color temperature of your environment, and then adjust the display to match. So what you see on the screen is more natural looking and easier on your eyes.
Compared to the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, the resolution was lowered since it had a smaller screen and it did have less RAM. But both cameras were upgraded to 12 megapixels for the iSight camera and 5 megapixels for the FaceTime camera. The starting price was lowered to $599 compared to $799 for the 12.9-inch version. Returning to the original lineup, the 5th generation iPad was released in 2017. Compared to the iPad 4, it was much faster since it had an Apple A9 chip instead of the A6X chip seen in the iPad 4. It also had double the RAM and an improved rear-facing camera. However, it did not feature many of the recent iPad upgrades, such as a laminated display or True Tone technology. But as a result, Apple dropped the price and offered it for $329 for a 32-gig model or $429 for 128 gigabytes of storage. In June 2017, Apple launched the 2nd generation of iPad Pros, unveiling a 10.5 and 12.9-inch model simultaneously. The 10.5-inch model offered a 20% larger display and 40% reduction in bezels over the earlier 9.7-inch version. The front and back cameras were significantly improved to a 12-megapixel 4K camera and a 7-megapixel front camera. The main upgrade to both devices was the A10X Fusion processor and the M10 Motion coprocessor. These were said to make the Pro's performance up to 30% faster, while graphics were apparently as much as 40% faster. Both the 10.5 and 12.9-inch model had similar specifications. In 2018, Apple added the 6th generation iPad to the standard lineup, which allowed to use the Apple Pencil on the standard iPad model for the first time. The iPad was marketed towards schools and students. The 6th generation iPad's main selling point was the improved A10 chip and the price, which remained much lower and therefore more affordable to students compared to the Pro designs. At this point, Apple was pushing far ahead in the tablet market.
We've now sold well over 400 million iPads, making it the most popular tablet by far. No one else is even close. But what you might not know is we've sold more iPads in the last year than the entire notebook lineup of all of the biggest notebook manufacturers.
Also in 2018 came the 3rd generation of iPad Pros, this time with an 11-inch model alongside the 12.9-inch model. Both received a new design, rounding the edges of the device, and they were the thinnest iPads ever with a thickness of just 5.9 millimeters. These were also the first iPads ever to lack a physical button on the front. And they did not have a headphone jack. The third generation iPads abandoned Touch ID in favor of Face ID, which lets users log in by facial recognition. It also swapped out the Lightning connector for the USB Type-C. And finally, they changed the awkward charging of the Apple Pencil. Now you could just snap it into the magnetic bezels and it would charge. That's not all. It also improved the resolution with Liquid Retina display.
It is packed with our most advanced technologies like wide color, True Tone, ProMotion, and of course, support for Apple Pencil. And this all comes together to deliver the most accurate, responsive, and beautiful display we've ever made.
Overall, the third generation's iPads had very impressive specifications, including a faster CPU and 1 terabyte storage option. The 11-inch model started at $799 and the 12.9-inch model at $999. The fifth and current generation of iPad mini was born in March 2019, priced at $399 for a 64-gigabyte version and $549 for a 256-gigabyte model. It offers a surprising amount of bang for its buck. The front camera received a major upgrade, increasing from 1.2 megapixels with 720p video recording on the Mini 4 to 7 megapixel with 1080p video recording on the 5th generation iPad mini. Other specifications included a 7.9-inch Retina display with True Tone technology, a faster A12 chip, and 3 gigabytes of RAM. If we compare the first iPad mini from 2012 to the most recent 5th generation iPad mini, they might look similar, but the specifications were improved a lot. Also released in 2019 was the third generation iPad Air. It was slightly larger than the second generation iPad Air with a 10.5-inch display. Other upgrades were the memory, the faster A12 chip, and a 7 megapixel front camera.
Because we're replacing the 6th generation iPad with this, the new 7th generation iPad.
The third Apple tablet to come out in 2019 was the 7th generation iPad. It was the first iPad to be made from 100% recycled aluminum, and it also had a slightly larger screen than the iPad 6.
This iPad has a new, larger, 10.2-inch Retina display.
The 7th generation iPad was seen as an affordable and familiar tablet option for many, with a starting price of just $329. And now we come to the most recent and advanced iPads. In March 2020, the most recent iPad Pro models hit shelves with an 11 and 12.9-inch version to choose from. One of the main new features are the 2 rear cameras. One is a 12-megapixel regular camera, and the other is a new 10-megapixel ultra-wide camera. Also have the latest A12Z Bionic chip, which enables 4K video editing and rendering. Apple also created a new accessory for the Pro models, the Magic Keyboard, allowing the iPad Pro to float above the keys. The 4th generation iPad Pro models had many improvements, including the RAM, that has increased from 4 to 6 gigabytes. Both models had the same starting price as the previous Pro models. If we compare the first iPad Pro from 2015 with the 12.9-inch 4th generation iPad Pro, we can see that the design has changed, with the latest Pro model having no more home button, while adding an extra rear camera. But of course, the most significant changes were made internally. The current standard iPad model entered into its 8th generation in September 2020.
The new iPad 8th generation. It's more capable than ever, and it starts with the A12 Bionic. This chip is a powerhouse. It features a powerful CPU and super fast GPU. Compared to the already fast chip in last year's iPad, it has a 40% faster CPU and delivers a massive 2 times jump in graphics.
Besides the faster chip, the 2020 iPad was almost similar to its predecessor, including the price. Throughout the years, Apple has become incredibly successful with the iPad.
This year marks the 10 years since we shipped our very first iPad. And in that time, it has become one of the most successful consumer electronics products ever. We've now sold over 500 million iPads to customers around the world.
If we compare the first generation iPad with the latest 8th generation model, we can see that every specification has been significantly improved. The most recent Apple tablet, when making this video, is the 4th generation iPad Air that was released in October 2020. It weighs just 460 grams and has a thickness of 6.1 millimeters. The 4th generation iPad Air comes in various colors not seen before on iPads.
And this new design features a stunning liquid retina display. In the same footprint as the previous Air, the new iPad Air features a larger 10.9-inch liquid retina display with a resolution of 2360 by 1640. That's over 3.8 million pixels for extra crisp text and photos. And it has advanced display technologies like full lamination, white color, True Tone, and an anti-reflective coating that combined deliver an amazing visual experience.
The home button is removed and the Touch ID has been relocated to the wake button on the top. Other upgrades include an Apple A14 chip, which increases the speed, an increase in the RAM, and the rear camera has been upgraded to 12 megapixels. Its entry price of $599 for a 64GB model sits between the most recent standard iPad and the iPad Pro, offering consumers a very decent middle ground. Compared to the first iPad Air released in 2013, the 4th generation iPad Air has only become slightly thinner and lighter. However, its specifications have improved a lot, too. It's very impressive how the iPads have evolved throughout the years, and I'm very curious to see what the future will hold. What is your favorite iPad, and why? Let us know in the comments. Only 5.6% of the viewers of this channel subscribe, so please, help us grow and let us make more educative content by subscribing.
Togetic also has wings.
Dang, well, Mom really exposed you at the piano party today.
Tired. Hi, I'm Angel Gray David.
Atari is a legendary video game company founded in 1972. It once was a household name in the video game industry and pioneered console gaming. But how have Atari consoles evolved throughout the years?
Mostly Sega. Only First Sonic game I ever played was Sonic Dash.
This is the evolution of Atari. Nothing brings back good old memories like the Atari consoles. For the first time, people could enjoy their favorite arcade games, including brand new ones from the comfort of their homes. It all started in 1971, when Nolan Bushnell and Ted Dabney founded a small company named Sigsy Engineering. These two men became friends when they found out they had common interests in electronic games. Together, they created a game called Computer Space, which became the world's first commercially available arcade video game. It could be played in a large custom fiberglass cabinet, which Nolan Bushnell designed so as to look futuristic. After discovering that another company had the same name, they changed their name to Atari. Although Atari is widely recognized as the pioneer of home video game consoles, Magnavox released the world's first home video game console in 1972, the Magnavox Odyssey. In fact, one of their games inspired Atari to produce their first commercially successful video game. In 1972, Atari developed an iconic arcade game named Pong. Bushnell and Dabney needed a design engineer and convinced Al Alcorn, whom they already knew from previous work experience. Although Alcorn was an intelligent electrical engineer, he had no experience with video games. This was a concern because Bushnell and Dabney wanted to create a driving game, which they thought might be too complicated for Alcorn's first game design. However, Bushnell had seen the Magnavox Odyssey's tennis game and thought it would be great if Alcorn would create a similar game. So that's what Alcorn did, and the two founders were surprised by the quality of Alcorn's work. They dropped the idea for a driving game and continued with Alcorn's design to create Pong. Pong was the first commercially successful video game and helped to establish the video game industry along with Magnavox Odyssey.
The electronic game of the future that lets you do your own thing on television.
During the 1975 Christmas season, Atari released a console for the game Pong called Home Pong. Chips for home consoles had only recently become available. Initial development cost for a game on a single LSI chip cost about $50,000, which is equivalent to $325,000 today. Luckily, once the chip was further developed and could be mass-produced, it became significantly cheaper. Home Pong became a commercial success, and over 150,000 units were sold. Fun fact, Magnavox filed a lawsuit against Atari. They argued that Atari had infringed the patents of their table tennis game, and demonstrated that Bushnell had even played the game before releasing Pong. Bushnell later stated, quote, "The fact is that I absolutely did see the Odyssey game, and I didn't think it was very clever." According to their lawyer, Atari could have won the lawsuit. However, he estimated that the legal costs would amount to $1.5 million. This exceeded Atari's funds, so they decided to settle. Eventually, Atari had to pay $1.5 million to Magnavox in 8 installments. This video is sponsored by Ivacy VPN. The digital world can be a dangerous place, and while you browse